To stay up to date with all our silly shenanigans, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Good day to you all, my children of the corn. Welcome to another Q&A, where we will be, once again, answering more of your guys' questions.
And in the spirit of the spooky month, we all got ourselves some rad costumes!
Speaking of, are you supposed to be a mourner at a funeral, Shadow? You look more depressing than usual.
I'm John Wick, you uncultured himbo. What about you? You know, a lot of careers get ruined because of offensive Halloween costumes. And here you are trying to one-up Justin Trudeau with your insensitive depiction of a Middle Eastern bizarre tradesman.
I'm Piccolo from Dragon Ball. The original series, of course. I never bought into the corporate commercialism of Z and the others.
Well, I went all out for my Marty McFly costume. Look, I even splurged and bought an authentic hoverboard replica from the movie. Only cost me the entirety of my Sega royalties.
Terrible financial decisions aside, I have to admit, that's a pretty baller costume, Silver.
Oh, well thank you, Shadow. That was oddly respectful.
All right, you two can stop circle jerking now. We got an audience to appease.
All right, our first question comes from @10RexTheWolf01, to all of them. Speaking of dress up, what do all of y'all think of Shadow as Batman, and Shadow, do you think you can get rouge in your Batman costume? For the third movie, do you think Sonic will go dark? Donut Lord looked like he was in danger because of Shadow, so do you think we'll have that kind of epic battle between them? Well, personally, me being Batman made perfect sense. We're both accustomed to having dead family, and now I can say I'm vicariously f***ing Rouge to some degree. And now I'm imagining Rouge dressed as Catwoman, and these dress pants feel really tight.
Oh yeah, I'm picturing Rouge in Catwoman latex right now. Thank all that is holy, that there's a table covering my waist.
All right, settle down, boys. Jesus. I'm more hyped that I get to be Green Lantern. I've finally been acknowledged, and I get to be in something again. I'll take whatever I can get at this point.
They should have made you Hawkeye.
That's Marvel, you pleb.
Come on, Shadow, no one deserves to be Hawkeye. That's just cruel.
You know what? That's fair. Sorry, Silver.
As for Sonic going dark in the third movie, that would definitely make nerds soak their pants. I'd definitely be shocked. Don't think Donut Lord will die, though. Maybe get injured, or put in a position where Sonic thinks he's dead, but really isn't.
Yeah, that would definitely make Sonic and Shadow's relationship really uncomfortable from there on out. Couldn't see Sonic working with the guy who literally executed his father figure. I may be shit at reading the room, but even I know that would always be an awkward team-up.
Plus, that money should go to my super form, not Dark Sonic. Still, I get to kick Tails in the head though, so I'm good.
At Hero QX7RB asks, to each of you, would you survive a horror movie? Without a doubt, I'd rock the killer so fucking hard it wouldn't even be fair. They'd have to make a whole new age rating for what I would do to that bozo.
As long as it's not Friday the 13th, I'll be fine. Blaze scratched my dick by accident once, and now I get anxiety around clawed hands.
Nope, this is how it would go. I'd be the killer who gets away at the end of the movie. Silver would be the high school slut who gets axed off in the first act, and Knuckles would be the idiot stoner who unalives himself by tripping during the chase and cracks his head on something.
Ed Huankle7658 asks, to each of you, what's your favorite candy?
Can't go wrong with Jolly Rancher gummies. I swear they put something illegal in there to make them that addictive. That or grapes. I love grapes.
Grapes aren't candy, Knuckles.
It's literally the only personality trait of mine they focus on now.
I like me some good old-fashioned candy corn.
Ugh.
Seriously? Candy corn? That cancer tastes like oil and plastic.
Hey, cut me some slack. It was the only candy that survived the future apocalypse.
With how unnatural that crap is, I'm not too surprised.
As someone who has actual taste, I like to enjoy some coffee crisp from time to time. What?
Nothing, Grandpa.
Jesus, you really are 50 years old.
At some dude who draws 9377 starts off by asking, why are all of their costumes super fitting? Thank you, dude. Also for Shadow, do you like getting candy, or do you prefer the trick part of Halloween more? Devious smiley face. The trick part, definitely. Why? Just the other day, I pranked Knuckles real good. I used Chaos Control to sneak onto Angel Island and swipe the Master Emerald while he wasn't looking. We all had a hoot and a holler afterwards, though.
Oh, ha ha, my whole island fell into the ocean and I almost lost centuries of Echidna tribe history. Such a kidder, Shadow.
Laugh track.
At Elijah Kisner 2025 asks, Two Knuckles, teach me some Spanish so I can flirt with my girlfriend because she's a Latina and she can speak Spanish. Well, Elijah, you've come to the right Echidna. Shadow may really love them, but I am the certified Latina whisperer. Ahem! Mami, tú con tantas curvas, y yo sin frenos. You can thank me later, kid. You're about to go swimming in the Gulf of Mexico.
At My Favorite Melanie asks, to Silver, what are your honest opinions about Blaze and the other girls? I mean, Amy's all right. A lot less annoying than she was when I first met her. Rouge constantly pesters me for future lottery numbers, and Blaze is my queen as always.
Silver, didn't you hear what Blaze said?
Huh?
Yeah, she said she feels like she's your mother. You're losing her, dude. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, you must be talking about Blaze too.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, don't you remember, Shadow? When I tried to save Blaze, my timeline tinkering made 3 of them. The one I had a falling out with was Blaze 2. Now I've moved on to Blaze 3, and we've been doing great so far.
My man!
So I've been trying to be nice to you for no fucking reason.
Keyword being try.
God, I feel so filthy. I need a shower when this is done. At Dylan Stratford 7385 asks all 3 of us, what's your favorite scary movie?
For me, it's gotta be Cloverfield, the 2008 film. The whole giant monster showing up out of nowhere and laying waste to your world hits pretty close to home for me in particular. Plus, the whole film being shot via found footage style hadn't been done to death yet and made the whole experience feel more real and natural. It didn't feel like a movie, rather it feels like an actual haunting tragedy caught on camera. Very similar to the Blair Witch Project. Another found footage film, I'm pretty sure was the main inspiration.
Fire in the Sky for me. One of the best alien abduction films out there. Definitely not for the squeamish, that's for sure.
I'm a big fan of Human Centipede. Don't Google that one, kids.
Moving on.
Another question from one of our regulars. At Raya Nekaruch 6088 asks, to everyone, what are you guys doing this year for Halloween? Other than dress, that is.
We're all heading to Angel Island for a big Halloween party and getting pumpkins smashed like no one's fucking business. Maybe wind down with some horror movies later.
Hell yeah! I'm about to get my freak on. Ain't no party like a Knuckles party.
Hopefully it doesn't involve butt chugging all of our alcohol again. You traumatized the shit out of Cream.
Hey, she wasn't even allowed to be there.
Yeah, because you told Vanilla that you would take her out trick-or-treating and brought her there instead. You irresponsible fuck!
All right, serious faces, gentlemen. Because Sadigaliev asks us, who wins in a fight? A Skinwalker or Wendigo?
Well, let's do some power scaling here. Looking at the repertoire of both parties, the Wendigo and Skinwalker share a lot of similar skills. Super speed, super strength, and the ability to mimic human behavior and appearance. But I think what separates the two is how you can combat them. Skinwalkers, I believe, are much harder to kill. Wendigos are incredibly vulnerable to fire, which is a very easy resource to obtain. Skinwalkers require magical rituals and other particular circumstances to fight them off. So in my humble and unquestionably correct opinion, a Skinwalker would win.
I mean, yeah. The traditional Wendigo really just is a modern zombie, i.e., a rotting corpse that can run. Powers aside, their physiologies are night and day.
Well, I think the Wendigo will win.
Knuckles, are you just saying that because you want to disagree with us?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, there you go. Skinwalker curb stomps the Wendigo. Unless we need some input from some reputable power-scaling YouTubers, I think we're done here.
None that I can think of that haven't groomed minors. All right, last question for today. At Scotland 8906 asks, to everyone, did you know Archie Sonic heard all the shit you were talking about Game Sonic and is now on his way to beat the shit out of you guys?
Goodness, that's a lot of shit in one question.
Well, Scott, I can't say that I'm shaking in my really expensive air shoes because unfortunately there's one thing stopping Archie Sonic from beating us up.
What's that?
He isn't canon.
Well, that pretty much wraps up today's Q&A. Be sure to keep asking us more questions because we are planning on doing another in the spirit of this wonderful possible Satan-worshipping season of Halloween.
And just a pro tip, Halloween-themed questions will increase your chances of being picked this month. Also, because we are starting to receive even more questions now, remember to keep it down to one question for each of us. Group questions are still encouraged, of course, but please keep them short and simple.
Happy spooky season, everybody!
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to keep up to date with all our silly shenanigans.